Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Train Hard, Recover Smart podcast. Sorry I missed last week. I was kind of sick. So we're back at it this week. I'm your host, Thomas Flanagan. Let's start off. Today's episode is a bit different from our usual fitness and recovery discussions. I'm still getting over my cold. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I'm dealing with personally. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna touch base on it. But this is kind of close to home for me, and it's something that needs to be addressed. The broken system, that our veterans face, and it's not just our veterans. It's kind of anybody that's trying to get benefits from county, state, any type of governmental benefits. Our system's broken, severely broken, and I'm going to touch base on it. I can't really get into too much detail since I'm still fighting for my benefits and kind of being told not to. I can't really go into too many details since I'm still trying to get my benefits. But I'm going to vent my frustrations. All right. So this week I opened up on Instagram about my frustrations with the system. So, many of you, if you've been following me for a while, if not, I am a veteran. I'm rated at 100% total and permanent service connected. So what total and permanent means is that the VA has labeled my service connected disabilities to be total and permanent, which means that they're not going to get any better over time. So basically, they're saying that they broke me pretty good, and that over time, my disabilities are just going to get worse. So they put me at 100% disabled, total and permanent. So I've been facing some challenges in accessing benefits that that I'm entitled to. And as I'm going through this, trying to get these benefits, the reason it seems that I'm being denied is, my choice of a holistic approach to my pain management over the heavy medications that merely mask problems and, may lead to long-term issues, you know. So I've been utilizing methods such as cold plunges. I do electric muscle stimulations with a Mark Pro unit. I do compression therapy. I do take low end medications. The medications I do take for my migraine are on the low end of the narcotic scale. But those for my migraines, that's the only medication I take. I do sauna therapy. I do corrective exercises. I work with a coach that strengthens my body, vulnerable areas. We build up around my knees. We build up the muscles in my back. We work on, my shoulders. We work on my chin, my back. We just work on the areas of my body to prevent any further injuries. And then he also helps me maintain a healthy diet. Yes, I do have my own coach. I do coach people doing the same thing. But just you can ask any accountant, and any accountant can't do their own books. So they hire an accountant, has his own accountant to do their books. So as a personal trainer, as a nutritional coach, I have my own coach. And if you follow me, I just gave him the keys to my workout plan and my nutrition plan yesterday. And he's going to, basically he's been coaching me and I've been writing my own stuff, but I just gave him the keys to everything yesterday. So but yeah, that's kind of the goal is we're going to work through and he's going to strengthen areas. He's going to make sure that, I prevent any further injuries. All right. So despite these efforts, I find myself on my third appeal for being denied these benefits that others seem to receive with less severe condition. The key difference, they're opting for heavy narcotic medications that may lead to future health problems. And what I mean is, when I served and even after I got out, I followed the medication protocols that the doctors gave me. And, by doing that, I can't take ibuprofen anymore. I can't take any anti-inflammatory drug anymore because it messed up the function of my liver. So when you're taking medications, really look at the side effects long term that they can cause from long-term usage. So anti-inflammatories, it will have an effect on your liver. There's certain foods I can't eat anymore. Raw vegetables. I can't eat a lot of raw vegetables anymore. So a lot of my vegetables come out of a can or come frozen. I can't eat raw vegetables because my body can't process it anymore. You know, same thing with fruit. I can't eat, you know, raw fruit anymore. A lot of it comes frozen. Um, because if I do eat a lot of it, I get stomach pains and the pains I get, you know, it's just it's horrible. So again, when you're looking at taking medication, and this is really when I started switching over to a holistic approach to things, is when I had a nuclear test under my liver, and my liver was not functioning right. Okay. So medication long term will mess up some of your organs. So, you know, I that's when I opted not to take a lot of the drugs that doctors were pushing, you know. So again, when I'm looking at other veterans that I've talked to, and they have less things wrong with them, and their ratings are lower, and they put in for these benefits, and they're approved on their initial application, and here I am on my third appeal, and the only difference is they're taking the heavy narcotics, and I'm taking a holistic approach. You know, so how's this fair? It isn't. The fact that I have to fight for benefits because I choose a healthier, more sustainable approach to managing my pain is a testament to the brokenness of our system. You know, again, I've spoken to other veterans with lower disability ratings, fewer issues, and they have benefits I'm struggling to secure. And the only distinction is their reliance on medications that you know, again, may have detrimental effects down the line. You know, I refuse to compromise my values, my treatment plan for short-term relief. You know, I witnessed firsthand the dedication of my doctors um, in exploring holistic ways to manage my pain. You know, and I will continue to advocate for my right to choose this path. It's disheartening to see that taking care of myself, taking care of oneself the right way, often goes against the social norm. You know, again, I love my doctors. The doctors I have now are great. You know, we discuss different things. You know, I just saw my orthopedic the other day about my shoulder. He gave me 2 injections, and you know, we're going to see how that goes. But um, we're trying to avoid surgery. But you know, I'm going to go to physical therapy. I'm going to learn some things from that. And but he's very open to holistic, non-medication type pain management. So even my primary care, he's very open when we discuss pain management, you know, and I love it. Even, you know, my neurologist, he's the same way. You know, we try to stick to low end, you know, medications. Um, so again, having these doctors is great. But again, taking care of oneself the right way often goes against the social norm, you know, and it goes against the grain of how our system, you know, is going. But you know, I'm not going to waver. I'm going to keep fighting to secure my benefits that I'm entitled to. You know, and you know, listen, I'm going to make waves if necessary. But the fact that I have to wage this battle highlights the need to change our system, not just for veterans, but you know, veterans should be supported in a pursuit for a holistic health, you know, without facing unnecessary obstacles. And you know, I say veterans, but this goes for anybody trying to get any type of, you know, any type of benefit, you know, be it, anything. You know, if you're trying to get, you know, state benefits, you know, county benefits, anything, you know, there has to be a holistic way to approach things. You know, I could really dive deep into this, you know, on why I see me getting denied, but I'm not. I'm not gonna dive. I'm not gonna run down that rabbit hole. Okay. Um, you know, as I continue this fight, let's not forget the importance of raising awareness about the challenges not just veterans face, but everybody faces. Not just in accessing benefits, but also in choosing alternative paths to well-being. It's time for a shift in perspective and reevaluation of the systems that are meant to support those who have sacrificed so much for our country, and just people in general, just people, you know, trying to get benefits. You know, if you're entitled to them, you know, then you should get them. You know, as long as you check off all the blocks. You know, and if one of those blocks, you know, like, again, one block that I'm not checking off is, that they're not checking for me is just because I take a holistic approach, and it's wrong. They're like, well, he can still function. Well, no, I can't, because the holistic approach takes a little bit longer than getting up in the morning and taking a pill. It's, the amount of time I spend on the Mark Pro a week is, let's see, it's three days a week, an hour and a half each day. So that's 4.5 hours, 4.5 hours hooked up to a Mark Pro system. My compression sleeves, I'm in those things for, almost 2 hours a week. The sauna, I'm in that thing for 2 hours a week. Cold plunges, I'm in that thing from, 6 days a week for anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes. What else we got going on here? My corrective exercises every day. That routine is, roughly, 5-10 minutes a day. My strengthening and my workouts are, 3 days a week for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Maintaining a healthy diet, that takes some work. So yeah, it takes a little bit, and the medication I do take, it does take a long time for, me to get going in the morning. It takes a long time for me to go to sleep, so my holistic approach takes a little bit longer, and it does take up a lot of time. So, but again, it's just, it's broken. The system is broken, and it's horrible, you know. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to talk about today was, how, our system's broken and how, I shouldn't have to be fighting this hard, or anybody should have to be fighting this hard for, to get benefits that they should be getting. So again, sorry, I didn't get on last week. I was sick. You can still hear it in my voice, but I just want to thank everybody for joining me on this episode. Stay tuned for more discussions on fitness recovery, and I'm going to be bringing up issues. I'm going to be talking issues, and and listen, go against the grain, go against the social norms. Let's get back to living healthy lifestyles. Let's get back to, especially Ben. Ben, let's get back to, being fit, being, just being men. Let's get back to our prime. Let's take care of ourselves so we can take care of, everybody else around us. All right. Sorry. But yeah, I strongly encourage everybody to follow me on social media. I'll be putting out some great information here. Now that I'm feeling better, I'll be back on pretty often. If there's anything you want me to talk about on social media or on the podcast, shoot me an email, comment on the posts, anything like that. All right. But again, train hard, recover smart, and as always, be better than you were yesterday.